A holiday season already blighted by gun violence has now culminated in this. A group of firefighters ambushed on Christmas Eve. The men were responding to this fire at dawn. It turned out, though, to be a trap. As soon as they got there, they were picked off one at a time by a lone gunman. 2 firefighters were killed on the spot, 2 others seriously wounded. The suspect then shot and killed himself. This all went down in the tiny town of Webster, New York, on the shores of Lake Ontario. And so we begin tonight with ABC's Paula Ferris.
The fire broke out just before sunrise, the 911 call at 5:35 a.m. in sleepy Webster, New York. 2 firefighters sped to the scene in their engine. 2 others drove their own cars. But when they moved in to battle the blaze, gunfire.
Reporting 3 firefighters injured, 1 taking cover in a crashed fire truck. 2 have been down in the street and they're serious.
Police now say it was all a trap, that a gunman was laying in wait for the first responders to arrive. All 4 firefighters were shot.
Fireman Mike Chipperini, who is also a lieutenant with the Webster Police Department, was deceased at the scene.
43-year-old Chipperini was named the Webster Fire Department's Firefighter of the Year just 2 weeks ago. Also slain, Tomas Kachuvka. The department calls him a tremendous young man.
You know, these people get up in the middle of the night to go put out fires. They don't expect to be shot and killed.
Webster police have identified the gunman as 62-year-old William Spengler, whose home burned today. He had a lengthy criminal history, serving 17 years for killing his grandmother with a hammer back in 1980. No word about what his motive was today or where he got his guns.
Spengler was a convicted felon. He's not allowed to possess weapons.
Tonight, 2 firefighters, Joseph Hofstetter and Theodore Scardino, are in stable condition in the hospital. 33 people were evacuated after the fire engulfed 7 homes.
It's a shock that something like this would happen, but for some reason, violence is rearing its ugly head in this community, everywhere.
Paula Ferris, ABC News, New York.
Let's get it out now to Alexis Arnold, a reporter from WHAM in Rochester, New York, at our ABC affiliate. Alexis, we were so struck by the emotion in the voices of the people holding the news conferences today. When they talk about the people who died today, they're talking about their friends, aren't they?
Well, that's right. And here you have a situation. They're going to work. They're going to do their jobs, fight a fire. And on Christmas Eve, they get shot just simply doing their jobs. Many of the law enforcement officials we spoke to today, they worked with a lot of these men who are being considered heroes.
Every time we cover a shooting, and we cover way too many shooting incidents, you hear the same thing. People saying, I never thought it would happen here. But in tiny Webster, New York on Christmas Eve, that has most definitely got to be the case. So what are you hearing from the people who live there?
The neighborhood this took place in is a very nice, safe, quiet neighborhood. So very shocking to hear that events like this would unfold. Of course, in light of what happened in Sandy Hook, here we are dealing with the situation of guns and that gun control issues coming up. Hearts very heavy in this community.
Alexis Arnold, we really appreciate your reporting tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.